Hello everybody, welcome to my live. Hello everybody. If you haven't met me before, my name is Miss Martins. Welcome. Send me some likes if this is your first time here. This isn't my first live, but I know it might be your first time. Okay, so while we're waiting for people to join, I'm just going to say hello. I'm going to greet you guys. I want you to let me know. So I'm Miss Martins. If you're just joining, I will keep reintroducing myself, so don't think I'm going crazy. It's just I'm trying to say hello to all the new people that are joining. So if you are new here, please let me know down below. If you are new here, hello, welcome. I'm so happy to meet you. Remember to follow me if you are new, because then obviously if you're new, maybe you don't know about me, maybe you don't know about my TikTok, maybe you don't know that I'm a physical sciences teacher and I'm a mathematics teacher and I'm here to help you. You're new. Hello, Coco80. Hello. You were here for maths yesterday. Oh, awesome. Friendly Fine Wolf. So cool to see you guys again. I teach from grade 8 all the way to matric, although physical science is grade 10 to 12. Obviously, that's why you guys are here. So you guys, well, most of you should be grade 10 physical sciences learners. So comment down below if this is your first live you've been to of mine. I'd love to meet all my new students. And yes, I am going to call you my new students. I know that I'm talking to you through a screen. Quick question, is math blue or red? I actually commented on this. I know you guys saw that on Miss Angler's video. Yes, I did comment. I did say that maths is blue, but that's not the debate for this live. Okay, so cool. Welcome everyone. My name is Miss Martins. If you are new, if you don't follow me already, please make sure to follow me quickly. Share this video with your friends that are taking physical sciences. Yesterday was the grade 10 maths live. If you're done with school, you can stay. Guys, if you're not in grade 10, you are more than welcome to stay. If you don't take physical sciences, you are more than welcome to stay. But please, can you make sure that the comments are school related? Because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you with school, physical sciences, mathematics, but not just that, general school things. So if you want to know anything about grade 10, you guys are starting grade 10. You are going to be the seniors of the school. The seniors of the school. So I know that that is a bit scary. So if you have any questions about grade 10, also make sure to comment them below. If you just joined me, welcome. I'm Miss Martins. I'm going to be doing grade 10 physical sciences today. It's just an introduction to grade 10 physical sciences. All right. So if you're new here, remember to follow me. Someone said they only after school I understood physics. That happens often. Hopefully I can help, with that issue so that the learners that are in school now can understand now. Hopefully. Okay, cool. So please, again, share this live video with your friends who want as many grade 10s to join us as possible. It's physical sciences. Right. So if you're new here, comment down below. I'd like to meet you. And let's get going. While I tell you what we're going to be doing in live, so what the whole live is, we're only going to be here for about an hour, right? I know some of you who was at school today. If you were at school today, let me know. Let me know if you were at school today. How did it go? I hope it went well. If you were at school today, it means it was your first day at school as a senior. I hope it went well. And if you're still on holiday, hit that like button because that's me still on holiday. You guys go back next week, Wednesday. Okay, cool. So while I'm telling you the plan for this live, I want you to comment, what is your biggest goal for the year? So what do you want to achieve this year? And what are you most afraid of for the year? The reason I'm asking this is because maybe throughout the live, I can address some of your concerns or some of your questions that you might have. Purple butterflies, I'm new and you were at school today. Awesome. I appreciate you guys for being here. Especially, well, actually, those of you that are on holiday, I appreciate it because you're taking your time out of holiday to come chat with me and to listen about physical sciences. And if you're at school, I know you must be tired. So I appreciate you guys. Awesome. So a goal for the year, and what are you afraid of? What I'm going to be doing this year is I'm going to tell you about the subject physical sciences. I know it's new to you guys. In grade 9, you did natural sciences. Okay. Natural sciences consisted of some physical sciences topics and some biology topics. So it was almost like a combined subject. Now you've chosen your subjects. Okay. And you've chosen physical sciences. If you've chosen physical sciences, tell me why you've chosen physical sciences. Sweet honey tea. I know you're very tired. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully I'm not going to go too in depth in this video. The goal is not to drain you and terrify you for the subject. This is not a terrifying subject, by the way. If you keep on top of things, I know best car clips, you missed my live. There will be more. I'm not trying to terrify you. I'm just trying to help you prepare. All right, guys. So I'm going to tell you about the subjects. I'm going to tell you what to expect. I'm going to tell you the best way to study for the subject, because grade 10s or anyone else, you want to be a doctor? Awesome. Dentist. I love it. Pediatrician. Wow, that's an amazing goal. Okay, so if you're new, I see that we have some new people joining us. Welcome, everyone. My name's Miss Martins. Follow me if you haven't done so already. Welcome to the family. We're talking about physical sciences. I'm going to tell you how to study for physical sciences, because grade 10s, studying for physical sciences, that it'll be a bit different to how you study for biology or business or other subjects like that. Physical sciences is a little bit of both practice and theory. All right. So I'm going to jump into that now. But what I do want to say before I jump into it is, guys, if physical sciences, if you go through the year, okay, you go through the year or you go through term 1 and you see that physical sciences is not for you. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you realize you don't need it for your future career choice. Maybe you just think, I could be doing a better subject that could serve me better for university or for my future career or whatever. You can change subjects. In grade 10, you are allowed to change subjects. You are also allowed to change subjects at the beginning of grade 11. But guys, obviously it's better to change in grade 10. Give physical sciences a chance. See how it goes for you. But if you realize, I want to be an accountant, I don't need physical sciences. I am not doing well in physical sciences. I'm not meeting the pass requirements, so I'm going to change. That's fine. Do that. Does anyone know the pass mark or the pass percentage for physical sciences? Just to pass. I don't know if anyone knows what the pass percentage is. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, but I want all of you to aim higher than this. The pass mark. So if you're in South Africa, which I'm assuming all of you guys are, the pass mark for physical sciences, if you're doing the CAPS curriculum, is 30%. Yes, it is 30%. That is the pass requirement. However, if you want to actually use physical sciences in university, if you want to be a doctor, like I saw, a pediatrician, a vet, an engineer, how many people want to be engineers here? I know. Oh, thank you for the gift, Black Power Puff. That's so sweet. If you want to be engineer, whatever, you guys, you cannot be aiming for 30%. If you want to get a bachelor's pass at the end of matric, you need to try and aim for 50%. And if you want to get into engineering, for example, a lot of universities need you to have 60 or 70% physical sciences. Okay? You need to have at least 60 or 70%. It depends on the university. Universities like UCT, they are, yes, I do grade 11 physical sciences and grade 12. If you want to go study engineering, for example, at UCT, you need 70, 80%. And that's for likely admission. That doesn't mean you're guaranteed an admission. All right. I'm telling you guys these things because I have your best interest. I'm not trying to scare you. What I'm trying to tell you is if you want to be an accountant and you're taking physical sciences and it's midway through grade 10 and you're not doing well, you can change. There's no shame in that. Okay. Now, last chance. Well, not last chance, but share the video because we're going to jump into a little bit more detail about physical sciences now. So if you have grade 10 friends that aren't watching already and you feel like, I think this person needs to know a little bit about physical sciences, they need to know what they got themselves into, please share this with your friends and remember to follow me because I've got loads of tips and videos coming. What about a teacher? You do need physical sciences if you want to be a physical sciences teacher. That's about it. Okay. So remember, follow me if you want any tips and hacks and videos in the future. Let's get a move on. Right. Guys, as we're going on with the live, you can comment questions. Marine biology. Ooh, I studied marine biology at university. I'm actually a marine biologist, so I can do a completely separate video on marine biology. It's an amazing subject. Okay, but we're going to move on to physical sciences now. As you guys want, you can send me questions. No, you don't need physical sciences to become a foundation phase teacher. Maths Lit does give you opportunities. I'm going to be doing a video on this very soon, so please follow me. It's actually coming sooner than you think. Okay, so I'm going to be flipping the camera, so you're not going to see me. You're going to see my notes, but I can still see your comments. Remember, a lot of the time I'm going to be writing, so I might miss some of your comments. I'm going to try my best to answer you guys as we go along. The first thing that I want to say before I flip the camera is that physical sciences, I know a lot of you guys call it physics, right? Physical sciences is a subject name. A lot of you guys call it physics. A teacher that works with me, she hates it when her students call physical sciences physics. And here's the reason why. Physical sciences is made up of two main branches. It's almost like they're two separate subjects combined into one subject. And I'm not just saying that. There have been discussions in the past. It's not anything that's going to happen anytime soon, by the way, but there have been discussions in the past about splitting physical sciences into two subjects. So maybe that gives you an idea about how much work goes into physical sciences as a subject. In America, I know, I'm not 100% certain, so don't quote me on this, but I know that in America, I think in America, you take physics at school and you take chemistry. So the reason why we don't like calling it physics, we call it physical sciences, or you can call it science, is because there's physics and there's chemistry. Okay, now time to flip the camera. I'm going to show you guys my notes. You don't have to take notes down, guys. I can, if any of you are interested in any of the notes I'm going to show, you need to comment as I'm going along. Send me likes as we're going along. If you like what you see, comment, like, tell me, so that I know that I must upload them to my Google Drive for you guys. I don't know if you don't tell me. All right. If you're in grade 9, of course you can stay. Guys, you can stay even if you're not in grade 10. You can spend some time with us physical sciences people. There's nothing wrong with that. We are happy to have you here. And as I go along, maybe I can answer some questions as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera. So give me a few moments. Flip the camera. Okay, let us do this. Okay, chemistry is the periodic table, I see someone saying. Yes, chemistry, the basis of chemistry come from the periodic table. If you don't know the periodic table, you cannot do chemistry. You cannot do chemistry. Okay, let's take a look at this. Guys, I know that this might be cut off in some way. I see people asking me what color is maths. That is so funny. I love how that conversation has been started. I put up a video a while ago of what is the color of Friday. Tell me what the color of Friday is while we're doing this. Okay. Grade 10 physical sciences. As I said, we can break it up into two branches. Okay? Physics and chemistry. Is Friday blue? No, man, Friday's not blue. Okay, we can break up physical sciences into two branches. I see someone said yellow. That is the correct answer. Okay. Yes, Friday is yellow. Okay, physical sciences. Let's not get too off track here. Physical sciences is made up of physics and chemistry. Let me show you some physics. Now, guys, take a look at what I've got over here. Do you recognize any of these topics? You should recognize these topics. If you just joined us, welcome. I see some new people have joined us. Welcome. If you've just joined us, share with your friends if you've just joined us. Welcome, welcome. And remember to follow me if you don't follow me yet, because if you're not following me, you're missing out on tips and videos, which will help you ace physical sciences and maths this year. Thank you, Talia, for the rose. Thank you. Okay. Do you recognize any of this from grade 9 natural sciences? Do you recognize, thank you, Black Power Puff, do you recognize any of this? Electricity. We did some of that in natural sciences, right? We did a little bit of magnetism. You did forces in natural sciences. You should have done forces, which falls under this topic, and maybe a little bit of energy. Okay, so that's physics. That's physics. Physics is more maths related. So if you're a maths guy, you will like physics. Let's move on. I'm going to tell you guys something interesting about physics versus chemistry in a second. This is chemistry. If you were, obviously you did natural sciences, you would have remembered the periodic table. Maybe you learned a little bit of what an atom is, what a molecule is, what an element is, what a compound is, right? Okay. Stoichiometry is a difficult section, and that is the maths of chemistry. So it's basically what chemists use in the lab to work out different compounds and stuff like that. Okay, so in my opinion, and in the opinion of my students, yes, bonding falls under here. There's bonding. In the opinion of my students, now let me tell you something interesting. I've asked my classes this over the years as I've taught and as I've tutored even, and I've asked them the following. I've said, put up your hand if you prefer physics. Most people that put up their hands were the boys in the class, and most people that put up their hands for chemistry were the girls in the class. I just found that interesting. And the reason why I said, guys, tell me why you like physics. They said, because it's more like maths. And chemistry, there's a lot more study work. All right. So if you want, I can upload that to my bio of my TikTok. Please, can you send me likes, comment if you would like me to do that. Then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you what I would like you guys to get ready before you do physical sciences. But the first thing that I need to say is physical sciences involves practicing and it involves theory. There's two parts to physical sciences. You have theory to study, definitions, concepts. Like you would study for life sciences or bio or history, you need to study for physical sciences, but there are loads of questions that you need to be able to practice. You need to apply your knowledge. All right. Okay, so if you're interested in seeing videos on how to make notes, how to make flashcards, how to study, remember to follow me because I'll be doing that. And I'll also be doing videos on how to actually do the calculations. All right, let's move on. Grade 10s. Before you even start physical sciences, before you go into class, I know some of you went today, I need you guys to print out the following for your books. This is called a data sheet. Okay? This is the data sheet for physical sciences. Now, basically, remember guys, I told you that physical sciences can be broken up into physics and chemistry. Remember I said that. What I would recommend and what I tell my students is because there's a lot of work and because these are different. Physics is different to chemistry, although if you go higher and higher to grade 12 and then university, there is overlap, obviously. These are related. That's why it's one subject, but they are different. There's different topics. This one, when you write your final exams, and even some grade 10 schools, grade 10s in some schools, they make physics paper 1 and chemistry paper 2. You write 2 exams in finals. Did you guys know that? You write 2 exams in your finals. You'll write your paper 1, which is your physics exam, and you'll write your paper 2, which is your chemistry exam. If you just joined us, please share the video with your friends because we're really getting into important things now. And remember to follow me if you just joined. Okay, so you write 2 papers, paper 1 physics, paper 2 chemistry. So my advice is to get 2 books. Some of my students say to me, but ma'am, I have 1 book and in the front I do physics and I flip it over and in the back I do chemistry. That's fine. Okay. But what I'm telling you guys is if you do that, physics in the front, chemistry in the back, or whatever, you're going to run out of space very quickly. You may as well just do 2 separate books. Okay. Another thing that some of my students do is they get ring binder files. Do you guys know what ring binder files are? So those are those big files that with a little lever arch files. And then they slot their notes in there. They use a hole punch and they put their written notes, so they write on exam pad like I did over here. They punch a hole in it and they put it in their file. And then what I do for my learners is I print them a lot of notes. So I don't expect them to write everything down because otherwise we would be in class for days and physical sciences would take like 3 hours every day. So I print them a lot of notes and they punch holes in them and they put them in their file. Okay. Awesome. So that is what I suggest. Then, guys, I have done videos on study guides that I recommend you get. I recommend the answer series. If you are unsure of what I'm talking about, you need to go back on my TikTok and look at those videos. And then can I tell you guys how important past papers are going to be for you? Past papers are going to save your life. And you cannot wait till just before your final exam. You need to start familiarizing yourself with past papers from the beginning. All right, let's move on. This is the data sheet like I showed you. Okay, this is the one for physics. Remember I told you there's 2 papers. This is the one for physics, okay? And this is the one for chemistry. See the physics one, can you guys see? There are a lot more formulae here that you need to know. Remember I told you that it's a lot more based in maths. And yes, I do agree. I'm seeing a comment, it's not as bad as it seems. I do agree with that. It does seem overwhelming and scary when you see it at first. So I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you or overwhelm you. I'm trying to prepare you. And I do want to say that grade 10 physics isn't that bad, grade 10 physical sciences, but when you go to grade 11, there's quite a big jump. Okay, I know, I'm sorry if it is a bit blurry for some of you guys. Thank you for telling me. It will be uploaded, okay? I'm not sure why it is blurry. Maybe that helps a little bit. Okay, there we go. There we go. So that is for physics. So what I would recommend you do is I can upload this to a link in my bio. Please comment if you would like. I have wiped my camera. I'm sorry, guys. I really do need to get a new camera. But anyway, it's because it's so far. See, if it's closer, it's a bit better. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my bio. If you'd like me to put this in a link in my bio, please send me likes or comment below so that I know that you guys are keen for that. And I would recommend you print this out and you stick this in the back of your physics book. Okay, you guys would like me to upload it. Okay, awesome. Because this is for physics. Then you're going to do the same for chemistry. And the reason why I want you guys to do this, I see that it is blurry again. Okay. The reason why I want you guys to do this is because as you practice the examples in class, I want you to look back in your book at the formulae. Okay. And the reason why I want you to do that is because you'll get used to seeing this sheet. You'll get used to it. You might even, if some of you are visual learners, you might even memorize the stuff. Okay, and then it just helps for the exam. Then I know you guys know what this is. Do you guys know what this is? This is the periodic table. Okay, this is the periodic table. I will also upload this one to my bio. These are essentials that you absolutely need to put in your book. This needs to go in your chemistry book. I'm going to come back to this in a little bit. Then, last thing that I'm going to show you. These are the quantities and stuff that you're going to learn about in physical sciences. You're going to learn what they're measured in. So, let me show you. This is all the way up to metric. Okay? This is for metric. So, some of these you're not going to do in grade 10. Let me show you an example. Mass is measured in kilograms. Okay, let's see. Velocity is measured in meters per second, or you can do kilometers per hour. This is also something that you should start familiarizing yourself with from grade 10. But like I told you, don't be scared of this list because this is from grade 10 to grade 12. This is what you're going to learn. I'm not trying to stress you. Please, if you are getting stressed, please just try and relax. I know it's easier said than done, but I'm just trying to prepare you. All right. Yes, I will upload it. Okay. Then I'm going to show you guys how to take notes. This is one method of how you can take notes. You can write your title. You can write keywords. So as I told you, we're going to be doing a lot of definitions, your main notes, and a summary. This is just an idea. Okay. You don't have to do it like that. Then what I want you guys to do at the end of every section is I want you to do mind maps. If you look at this is an electrostatics mind map. Okay, I'm going to get to the periodic table now. I know someone asked me if they need to know the whole periodic table. I will get to what you need to know for grade 10 and for future grades in a second. All right, I'm just trying to show you here. This is a mind map for one topic that you're going to learn in grade 10. So what I need you guys to do, what I think would really help you is if you do a mind map like this after every single section. Okay. A mind map like this after every single section. And I will be doing these as well as the year goes on. I will be uploading videos on mind maps. I'll be doing notes on calculations, and I'll also be doing more live lessons and workshops. Okay, so I'm just giving you an idea. That's for electrostatics. Here's one that I did for electricity. So do you see what I did here? I wrote the formula. I explained how to use it. I wrote the formula. I explained how to use it. Yes, I will upload a document. All right. I want to show you guys that you can also do this with the units that you learn. Do you recognize any of these? What section of work does this come from? It's school holidays in Perth. Are you from Perth? That's so cool. I love that. Welcome. I'm happy to see people not just from South Africa. Yeah, that is so exciting. Yes, this is from electricity, and you probably did it in technology as well, but also natural sciences. So this is current, and it's measured in amperes. Resistance is measured in ohms. So doing the thing that'll really, really help you are flashcards. So grade 10s, there's a long list of definitions that you need to know for grade 10, 11, and 12 physical sciences. What I need you to do is I need you to look at the list of definitions. I can upload that for you guys as well, but your teachers will give it to you most likely. And then you write. So what you do is you go like this. Acceleration. And you write the definition on the back. The rate of change of velocity. This one is a grade 11 flashcard. Newton's second law of motion. When you flip it over, it tells you Newton's second law of motion. So this is a great way to study your definitions, or you can just learn them, cover them, and say them to yourself. Okay. Name 3 ways to increase resistance. You can also use flashcards for other things, not just definitions. Then you can say, what are 3 ways that I can do resistance? How can I increase resistance? You can flip it over and it tells you the 3 ways. These flashcards, an awesome way to study your theory work. All right, moving on. Guys, I'm going to say it one more time before we move on. Practicing past papers is very important. Okay, obviously this is not physical sciences. I just wanted to show you guys that you can do summary tables for other subjects as well, like biology. So I tutor biology. I don't teach it because I teach physical sciences, but I studied it at university. I just want to show you that you can do summary tables for all your subjects. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go over the scientific method with you guys. Have you ever done the scientific method in any of your subjects? So let me write it for you so you can see what I'm saying. The scientific method, like this. The scientific method. Scientific method. Since grade 6. Awesome. Since grade 6. Tristan, that is good. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is the scientific method? So let me quickly go over it because I don't want to spend too much time if you guys know about it. We start with the question. So basically, this is what scientists do. If you want to be a scientist one day, you start with a question, then you do a hypothesis. Does anyone know what hypothesis is? Then you get an aim, you get your experiment. You've got your variables. Okay, your investigative question. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Well done. Yes, a hypothesis is essentially an educated or an estimated guess. What is the difference between an independent and a dependent variable? We've also got a control variable. Let's go over this, but this is important in physical sciences. I want to do this with an example. So I'm going to skip some of this because boring. I know that this might not be a physical sciences example, but it's just to get you guys remembering what the scientific method is about. Now, in this example, I'm telling you which fertilizer helps plants grow faster. Yes, I see someone's telling me that the dependent variable is what you measure. Let's actually quickly, let me show you. If I had to plot it on a graph, before I go on to the example, if I had to plot it on the graph, which axes would I put the dependent on? Remember, this is the y, this is the x. Which one would the dependent variable go on? The dependent is what you measure. The dependent variable would go on this axis. And the reason I remember it, let me just put a page under here. The reason how I remember it, yes, it goes on the y, is because D, like that, dependent variable. The independent variable goes on the x. Remember it like this. Independent. Okay, I'm not going to fit the word on that page. Okay, if that helps you, I remember my teacher taught me like this in high school, and I'll never forget it. Dependent on the y and independent on the x. Did anyone learn anything new by me showing you that? Did you learn anything new? Because when my teacher taught me that in high school, I was like, well, thank you. Someone could have told me that when I was in grade 8 already, or maybe grade 6, or maybe grade 7. That would have been great. But I think I learned it the first time when I was in grade 10 as well. Yes. Oh, awesome. It's amazing. Okay, cool. Yay. Love it. Okay, so the dependent, what you measure, generally goes on the y, and the independent generally goes on the x. All right. One more thing before we do an example. Here are my notes. The dependent variable is what you are measuring. Okay? It's what you are measuring. The independent variable is decided before the experiment, and it determines the value of the dependent variable. So in this example, what I did is I said, but let's just go with it. It's really easy to explain with biology, yeah? What is the relationship between the amount of sunlight and plant growth? That would be an investigative question. Look at the question mark. You're asking a question. What is the relationship between the amount of sunlight and plant growth? Now, one thing that I need you to realize about the investigative question is it must include both variables. So looking at this, what are my variables in this experiment? Let me move it closer to the camera so you can see. What are my variables in that experiment? Okay, what are the variables? So the investigative question says, what is the relationship between the amount of sunlight and plant growth? What is the dependent variable? What is the dependent? Yes, amount of sunlight and plant growth. Good. Which one's the dependent? Which one are we measuring? We are going to measure the plant growth because we're going to sit there, well, not we, some other poor scientists, with their ruler or whatever, something more accurate maybe, not a bendy ruler, and they're going to measure the height of the plant. The thing that we change or we decide on at the beginning of the experiment is the amount of sunlight. Plant growth is dependent because it depends on the amount of sunlight. A hypothesis would be something like plants will grow taller when placed in maximum sunlight. Easy peasy. I'm going to go over the scientific method. Yes, grow, exactly. I'm going to be going over the scientific method again when we get closer to doing practicals in physical sciences. So you need to know the dependent, the independent, you need to know control variables. What are control variables? If I control a variable, it means that I keep it the same. Okay, now guys, I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing in term 1 of physical sciences. What you actually are going to be doing in looking at the ATPs now as I speak. I will upload it. I'm not going to flip my camera again because it's going to be a mission. But basically, you're going to be starting with chemistry. If you saw my videos on my TikTok, I did say exactly the difference between dependent and independent. Okay, I'll put it up while I'm talking. I see someone's asking me to just remind them quickly. I'll leave it there while I'm talking. Basically, in term 1, if your school follows the program recommended by the department, you guys will be doing chemistry first. I'm sorry, Midnight Express, if I'm lagging, you may need to go out and in again. Please let me know, the rest of you, if I'm lagging or if I'm okay. Please let me know if you can hear me and if I'm lagging. If you just joined, welcome. What country? We are in, well, most of us are from South Africa. Is anyone not from South Africa in here? If you're not from South Africa, let me know where you're from because I think that's amazing. Do you know where to find past papers? Yes, testpapers.co.za. Okay, I'm cool. Australia, welcome. That is incredible. I'm sure you guys do the same or very similar. Hello, Australian people. That is so cool. I'm going to come visit you guys there one day. Okay. I will definitely answer questions towards the end about Trinidad. That's amazing. Awesome. And Okay, cool. Okay, I'll answer questions about past papers in the end. Right, we're going to be doing chemistry in term 1, guys. So what you're going to be doing first is classifying matter. This stuff is going to be easy-ish. Okay? You should find this relatively easy. So it says here, materials can have the following properties. So when we talk about materials, everything is made up of matter. Everything that occupies space. So if you can see it, if it has volume, if it occupies space, like this table that I'm touching, like this pen is made up of matter. My laptop is made up of matter. The paper, my hands are made up of matter. And we can classify matter. So matter, if we have certain types of matter grouped together, we can call them materials and have the following properties. We can speak about their strength. So certain materials are strong, some are not. Brittleness is another property of matter. Malleability. Does anyone know what malleability is? Do we know what that word means? And ductility. Everything is matter. Yes, Tristan, everything is matter. That is so true. Tell me if you guys know what these two words mean. So if something is malleable, it just means that it can be pressed flat or hammered flat into a thin sheet. And ductility means that I can stretch it into a wire, right? Moldable, yes, exactly. Then we can speak about matter having electrical conductivity or thermal conductivity. So certain things like copper is a metal. It can conduct electricity really well, okay? That's why we use copper wires and stuff like that. Things can have magnetic properties, and we can speak about boiling points. So you guys are going to be learning about this in more depth. Thermal means heat. Yes. Beautiful. So what were you going to be doing? I'm not going to get into it now, but because it's not that difficult, it's quite straightforward. You guys are going to be doing more in depth how to classify matter into these and discuss these properties. You'll also be learning definitions about this. Okay. So am I back? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Please let me know if I'm back. Am I good? Am I good? Am I back? I'm panicking that I am here. Am I here? We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm back. Guys, I just started to stress. Okay. You know that I was about to jump on my phone and buy data because I think my Wi-Fi just did a thing. My Wi-Fi just had a moment. I will repeat everything I said. I'm so sorry if I lost. No, I didn't. Okay, so everyone can hear me. Okay. No, again. Oh no. Gosh. Guys? Hear me? Am I back? I'm so sorry about this, guys. I really don't want to lose any of you because of this. This has never happened before. Okay, zoom out so that you can screen the whole thing. Sure. Okay. There we go. Zoomed out for you guys. I'm so sorry about the connection issues. I really don't know what that's about. Right. Okay, I will be uploading this. Whew. I stressed for a second. All right. So guys, matter can be classified into pure substances and then mixtures. Okay, pure substances and mixtures. Let's start with mixtures. Okay, so mixtures. Guys, mixtures can either be homogeneous, look at that word, and I know if you feel a bit silly doing this at home, I don't want you to feel silly. Don't feel silly. Say this word out loud. Homogeneous, or I've heard it pronounced homogeneous. Homogeneous or homogeneous. I'm not sure what your teacher's going to say. And this is heterogeneous or heterogeneous. Basically, a homogeneous mixture is a mixture. You guys know what a mixture is, right? Is when I take two substances and I mix it together. A homogeneous mixture is when I take two substances and I mix it together, and when I look at the thing that I've created, I can't tell the difference between the two original substances that I mixed. So I don't know if that makes sense, but can you guys think of an example of a homogeneous mixture? Okay, homogeneous. Can you think of a homogeneous mixture? Yes, a smoothie could be an example, right? I guess. Oh, Ross, I love that example. I love that example. Salt and water. Yes, 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 yes. Salt and water is a very common one that we use. Did you guys know? Can you think of a homogeneous mixture made up of gases? It's actually, I mean, maybe you're not thinking of it like that, but the air around you. Yes, coffee is another one. The air around you, the air we're breathing in, that's a homogeneous mixture because it's a mixture of gases and I can't tell the difference between the gases. If you look at the air, okay, you can't even see the air, but if you look at the air around you, can you say, oh, cool, there's the oxygen. Hi, oxygen, I see you. Or there's the nitrogen or whatever. There's the carbon dioxide. No, you can't. That's why it's homogeneous. What about a heterogeneous or a heterogeneous mixture? Now, I don't know what your guys' favorite food is, but one of my favorite foods is one of the heterogeneous mixtures that we have listed in our textbook or in our study guide. A heterogeneous mixture, yes, rocks and water. Fruit salad, that is one. Yup, curry, my favorite food, pizza and sushi, right? Those are technically heterogeneous mixtures, especially pizza. Yes, salad is a beautiful one. Cooking oil and water. Ashwin, that is amazing. Do you guys know what is it called when you try and mix oil and water and then the oil sits on top? It's called a specific word. It's called an emulsion. Yes, and it's got to do with density. Which of those substances is less dense? If I mix oil and water, which one is less dense? Ooh, I'm going blurry again. Yes, it's hydrophobic. Yes, the oil is hydrophobic. The oil is less dense. Beautiful, guys. You guys are amazing. You're going to do amazing in physical sciences. Do you see what I mean? I know I stressed out some of you guys, but are you feeling a bit better now? Are you feeling a bit better now? We're going to be fine. Okay. Let's go on to the side of things. Pure substances. Okay. So we did mixtures. Mixtures I can separate using physical methods. So what I mean by that is let's think about this. If I take salt and I dissolve it in water, I'm telling you, salt is a homogeneous mixture. And I just said I can separate salt from water. How can I separate salt from water? How can I separate it? Very basic way. I mean, there's multiple ways, but very basic ways that we can do this is we can take the bowl of water with salt. You can leave it outside in the sunlight and the water will evaporate. It's called evaporation. Yes, separate. Yes, or filtering. Exactly. So mixtures I can separate physically with physical methods. I see some of you guys are saying filtration. Yes, evaporation. Exactly. Guys are doing amazing. But pure substances, I cannot separate physically. If I filter, H2O is. You have to know what H2O is. What is H2O? What is H2O? Water. If I take water and I try and separate this using filter paper or evaporation or any other physical method, you're not going to separate this. You can only separate pure substances like compounds using chemical methods. Okay, so pure substances are elements. I can find elements on this guy. This is the periodic table of elements. These are all the elements. And when elements combine, they combine to form compounds or molecules. Right. Am I lagging again, guys? Am I lagging again? Please let me know if I'm lagging. Yes, you can only separate compounds by chemical means. If you've just joined us, welcome. Please let me know if I'm lagging. I see some people are saying I am and some people saying I'm not. So please let me know. Am I lagging? Send me likes if I'm okay. I don't see any likes. I'm getting sad. No. Okay, I'm fine. Okay. Elements and compounds. If I combine elements in a certain ratio, I will get a compound. So if we look at water again, everyone, if we look at water, the ratio of elements in here is I have hydrogen to oxygen in a 2:1 ratio. Okay. When hydrogen combines with oxygen in this ratio, I form a compound called water. Okay, that is basically compounds. We also get molecules. I'll go over that in a second. And elements can be divided into metals, metalloids, and non-metals. If I look at the periodic table, I know you guys can't see the whole periodic table right now. If you just joined, welcome. We're going over some grade 10 physical sciences, revising some grade 9 stuff. Just basic introduction. I know you guys can't see this whole periodic table, but if you look at this periodic table and you are looking at the left, the metals fall on. Do you guys know? Which side of the periodic table? Which side of the periodic table do the metals fall on? Come on, you guys need to know this. Do you know this? Didn't you learn this in grade 9? Left. If you forget, we can divide the periodic table like this. Let me show you guys. And you guys will be doing this with your teacher, so don't stress out too much about this now. But we can divide the periodic table like this. Okay. On the left, we have the metals, but there's an exception. Which one on the left is not a metal, but it's on the left? Okay, so I see someone ask me to repeat. We're talking about on which side are the metals and on which side are the non-metals. Yes, hydrogen, beautiful. So left side is metals, except for this guy over here. This is a non-metal. The reason why hydrogen is over here is because of the valence electron structure of hydrogen and the amount of protons and everything that it has in its nucleus and electrons, okay? And it is a gas, yes. And on the right-hand side of the periodic table, we have our non-metals. Think about oxygen. That's a non-metal. Think about chlorine. That's a non-metal. So if you forget, just look for things over here that you definitely know are metals. That's iron. That's a non-metal. Now, what I need you guys to do for me, what I need you to do is, okay, let me just go through my notes here. Okay, here's a note that I did on mixtures. I can upload that for you guys. But what I want you to do, these elements, let me just put it here for you guys so you can see. These elements are the ones that I definitely want you to learn. So if you can do anything before going back to school, before going back to physical sciences, before even starting physical sciences, and you can learn these, I know you learned some, if not all of them in grade 9. This will help you so much. Okay. Do I also post on YouTube? I will be. At the moment, there are only 2 videos on there for grade 11 and grade 12, but there are more on their way. I also do online tutoring, not on TikTok. So you're going to click the link in my bio if you're interested in that. So it's online tutoring, but it's not on TikTok. So I can go more in depth. I can show you guys past paper examples. We can do it properly. And I don't rely on my phone and stuff like that. Okay, I can upload this for you guys. Yes. So Ag is silver, Al, aluminium, Ar, argon, and so on. If you can learn these, I kind of put them in alphabetical order a little bit. There are some more that you might deal with in grade 10, 11, and 12, but these are the main ones. Can I make a YouTube? Yes, I already do have a YouTube channel. It already does exist. If you click the link in my bio, when the live is done, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. There will be videos coming, all right? And you can join me on my online tutoring. That's not going to be on TikTok. It's going to be on a different platform, either Google Meet or maybe Teams or maybe Zoom, but we'll be going in much more depth and I'll be doing it more often than TikTok lives. Okay, don't stress if you don't remember this. What I want you guys to do is I'm going to put this in a link in my bio. I want you to download it on your phone, maybe even write it out and stick it somewhere. And every day, just try and learn 2. If you can learn 2 every day, that's something. you will see very soon you will have learned all of this. These are elements. These are common elements, and these are pure substances. Right. If I combine elements together, I make compounds. So now I'm going to show you guys an example of that. Look what I've got here. NaCl. Yes, search the periodic song on YouTube. I love that. I know we have another physical sciences teacher in the chat, and I absolutely love that. Thank you. Okay, so I took a screenshot of the elements. That's amazing. Okay, awesome. That is table salt. Yes, that is salt. This compound is formed when two elements combine. Which two elements combine to give me this compound? Does anyone know? Can anyone tell me? It's sodium chloride. And what are the elements' names? Okay, so Na, I actually need to make sure that I've got another piece of paper under here, or my Koki goes through onto the next page. So Na is sodium. And what is Cl? What is Cl? So Na is sodium. Cl is chlorine. Okay, but now I know some of you are thinking, ma'am, you just said that this thing is called sodium chloride. R-I-D-E, like ride. So why are you telling me that's chlorine? If I look at my periodic table, sodium is on this side of the periodic table. It is a metal. Sodium loses an electron. When it loses an electron, it gives that electron to this guy over here, which is chlorine. So sodium loses an electron. Sodium loses an electron. This is grade 10. Sodium loses an electron. Chlorine gains an electron. And when this happens, they attract one another. And what I like to say to my students, yes, they lose their valence electrons, exactly. What I like to say to my students is electron. And do you guys know if electrons are positive or negative? By the way, are electrons positive? Am I still lagging? I'm so sorry, guys. Yes, electrons are negative. So if sodium loses an electron, what happens if you lose a negative? If you lose a negative, think about it. If you get rid of negativity in your life becomes positive. If you lose an electron, sodium loses an electron, it becomes positive. Chlorine, on the other hand, so remember, sodium lost its valence electron. I'll explain what that means in another live, but it's basically the electron in its outer orbital, its outer structure, its outside electron. Chlorine gains an electron. And what happens if you get an electron? Remember, electrons are negative. Electrons are negative. So if chlorine is getting another negative thing, if you get more negatives in your life, you become negative. And do you guys know what positives and negatives do? Do you know what positives and negatives do? Opposites attract. Yes, these are ions. So this is a positive ion. And this is a negative ion. I'm going to explain it again. Why is sodium? Yes, they attract. Why is sodium positive? Because sodium lost a valence electron. If you lose something that's negative, electrons are negative. If you lose something that's negative, you become positive. If you gain an electron like chlorine did, you become negative. Positive ions and negative ions. What are positive ions called? I see them in the comments. What are positive ions called? What's another name for a positive ion? Another name for a positive ion is a cation. And the way that I teach my students, and they cringe when I do this, and I'm sorry, but cat. You see cat, the word cat, like a little house cat that you have? Cats have paws. So cations are positive. I hope you got that. It's supposed to be punny. It's a pun. So if you form cations are positive ions. Cats, positive. Okay? I know. How cringy is that? If that's the first time you heard that, give me a like. Come on, you gotta, I know it's cringe. But I'm going to tell you something. My matrics, still, when I taught them from grade 10, my matrics, from grade 10 all the way to grade 12, they said, ma'am, that was one of the best things that I've always remembered from you. Positive. Okay, cations are positive. Negative ions are called anions. And the way that I remember it, anions sounds like onions. And when you cut onions, don't they make you cry? I know you guys can't see the full screen, I'm sorry. Onions make you cry. So negative ions are anions, and onions make you cry, which is a negative thing. Okay, then what happens? What happens? Yes, I love it. Okay, you guys are liking this. Okay, what happens is the positive and the negative attract. You know, like opposites attract. So think about this. They're going to attract and they're going to form a compound. They're going to attract and they're going to form a compound. So sodium, okay, we think about it like this. The cations come from the left-hand side of the periodic table. So sodium will form a cation. All of these will form cations. All of these will form anions. The one that is a cation comes first in the name. The one that's a cation comes first in the name because you got to put your cats first, you know? Cats before onions. Okay, the one that is the cation needs to come first in the name. So sodium comes first, Na, and chlorine comes second. And remember I told you this is sodium and this is chlorine, but when they combine, it's called chloride. Why isn't it called sodium chlorine? The way I teach my students is these guys are attracting one another, these people. Sodium, chlorine. They're attracting each other. These elements are getting married. And when you get married, you change your last name. So it was chlorine, but when it gets married, when it forms an ion, it becomes chloride. Like a bride. Do you see? Okay. I hope I've helped you. I'm going to stop there for today. I'm going to flip the camera around. Right? If anyone wants to take a last second screenshot, it is there. I love you guys too. I'm going to flip the camera around just to chat to you for 1 or 2 more minutes. If you have any other questions. Okay, let's flip you guys around. Sorry, give me a second. Technology today is not my friend. Okay, hello everyone. Okay, so I really hope that was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Yes, my hair has made its way in a ball on the top of my head because it's really hot here. We are done for today. It was so awesome meeting all of you. If you are new here, I'm so glad that you joined today. And I'm very excited to see you guys in the future. Before you leave, I just want to say, please follow me if you haven't done so yet. Tell your friends about me so we can help more people, you know, as the year goes on. And the last thing is, if you do like my lessons, which I really hope you like my lesson today, the last thing that I want you to do for me is go click on the link in my bio. I mean, if you have time, I know you guys have other things to do, and you will find a link there that says online workshops. If you are interested, I will be hosting workshops online. I will be doing free trial workshops for the different grades. So I will be doing grade 10 science. I will be doing grade 11 science, grade 12 science, and I'll be doing grade 8 to 9 maths for now. I might expand to grade 10 maths and grade 7 maths later on, depending on my time. But you can sign up for those. And as I said, there'll be free trial versions. And I mean, we'll see. You can see if you like me in the future. Maybe I can be your online tutor. But I loved meeting all you guys. And I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. Sorry, I think I lagged there, but I really enjoyed this lesson. Okay. Any last minute questions? Because I'm going to log out in a second. Am I going live tomorrow? Yes, I am. I'm going live for grade 11s tomorrow. The grade 11 live will be at 4 p.m. Same time as this one. Hello. Love you guys. Lots. Hello. It's me, Matthew. Okay. Hello, Matthew. I've taught quite a few Matthews in my life. So, but I've loved all of them. So hello, Matthew. Friday live. Yes, I'm doing a Friday live for matrics. The grade 12 live will be at 3:30 on Friday. So a little bit earlier because I know schools end a little bit earlier on Friday. I will post the notes. I will definitely do that. When am I going to do another grade 10 live? I will try and do another grade 10 live relatively soon, but I need to give everyone a chance to get back to school. You know, the coastal schools are not even at school yet. So I want everyone to get back to school, get through a bit of work so that we have something to do in the next live. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. Remember to follow me if you don't follow me yet because you're going to miss my videos. Awesome. Any last minute questions because I'm going to go. If you're still on holiday, yes, I will definitely consider doing a marine biology live. I have so much love for that subject. I love it. Yeah, I studied that in university and I did my honors in marine biology. Is it possible to start physical sciences in grade 11? It is possible. I have answered this question in a live before. What country are you in? So I know how many hours you are behind. We're in South Africa. I'm in South Africa. I am in South Africa. So yes, it is possible to start life sciences in grade 11, but basically you need to be prepared to catch up with some very important grade 10 topics. And that would be the periodic table and naming and bonding and electricity and equations of motion. So if you're a very dedicated student, it is possible. You might just need to put in extra hours and extra tutoring. Okay, I will be doing videos on how to balance equations. All right, guys, it was amazing, amazing, amazing to see all of you guys. How much is your tutoring? I will discuss this on my thing, on my website. If you go into my bio, you'll see my website there. I will put information up there in the future. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining. I hope to see you soon. Remember to follow me if you haven't already. Love you guys. Loads. Mwah.